Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back once again to Wheel Takes, a podcast about
I have feelings.
The Wheel of Time, a series of fantasy novels written by Robert Jordan and completed by Brandon Sanderson. I'm Gus, and I've read them all.
And I'm Allie, and I have feelings. Feelings.
This podcast contains spoilers for whatever Allie's already read, and that's everything through the end of The Gathering Storm. Today, it's part 3 of our finale. We're going to be talking about at least chapter 49, because I think we want to leave Veins of Gold for its own longer discussion next time. But you know what? Maybe this will take us 3 minutes, and we'll just jump right into Veins of Gold, because Allie forgot this chapter existed today when she was at the gym preparing for this.
I forgot that you existed.
How you doing, Al?
I forgot that this existed. And I was happier when I had forgotten.
Why?
Because this whole chapter is just Rand walking around going, you know what? The trains run on time.
Kinda is.
Yeah. No, it's a problem.
Yeah.
This is bad. This is bad. This is bad, bad, bad.
You know,
bad Brandon.
Years ago.
Bad Brandon.
Years ago, we were on a live stream, and you were yelling about the Shan-Chan and how much you hate them and how awful they are.
I stand by that.
And some other people on the live stream went, wow, the people are pretty happy.
I know, and I was like, not the slaves.
And this chapter,
you fucking lunatics,
is a major part of why. I mean, there is also, we could get into the whole
Here's the problem.
Okay.
No, we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this right now.
We have to talk about this right
now. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, we have to talk about this right now. Right the fuck now. If I write something and the takeaway from anyone is, you know what, slavery's not that bad if most of the populace is happy, I will have set myself on fire. I will walk into the sea with a pocket full of stones.
You doing a Virginia Woolf?
I would pull a Virginia fucking Woolf. I bet Virginia Woolf just read one really bad take on her writing and she just was like, I'm done.
God, that's horrible. Oh, God.
No, literally, if they were like, if somebody read Virginia Woolf's writing and was like, you know what? I'm taking from this that women shouldn't have rights. I bet Virginia Woolf is like, I'm done. I'm out. Am I wrong?
It's kind of bleak.
Sometimes I read the comments and I'm just like, fuck this. No, like, honestly, 99.99999% of the time, everyone is so lovely and I'm so happy to be here and I love it and I love everything about this. And then sometimes there's a comment that's so asinine it makes me want to not have eyes anymore.
I understand.
And going, hey, the Shan-Chan aren't that bad because the people who aren't slaves are happy. I would like to know what your take during the Civil War would have been. So I really would. Well, the South, like most of the people in the South seem happy. Like who would pick the tobacco? You fucking lunatics.
Okay, so wait, there's 3, we should step through the chapter a little bit. But before we do that, there's 3 lenses we can look at this through that I think it's important to look at this through. Okay?
All right,
One
give me the
lens,
lenses.
the lens you're currently looking at it through. This is an important lens to look at it through.
It's the lens.
Lens 2, Rand is such an ineffective administrator and such a negative presence that slavery might be preferable to Rand. That is a thing people say reading this chapter.
Good God.
That Rand is such a dickhead and he's such a fucking foul presence on the people around him that simply being away from him in any capacity is better.
I mean, unless your daughter gets taken by the Shan-Chan and you get electrocuted.
I know. Look, I know. I'm just saying that's one of the lenses that it's important to look at this through. The third lens, which I do not think is the lens that Brandon Sanderson...
Wait, we will say about Rand being an ineffective administrator, he did go, wow, the Shan-Chan are really smart. They think about what they did wrong and then they
affect a solution. They think that I was talking about this on the Discord, and somebody said, to be fair, the art of war is full of such tidbits, I don't remember the exact wording, as don't burn all your supplies, and if you think you might lose, don't do that.
Here's the thing.
But the art of war was also written for dumbass nobles who had no idea how to lead armies.
There is that. And, you know, there's this thing where, like, when there's, like, a warning, like a funny warning on something, I'm like, somebody did it at one point, and that's why that's there. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, some idiot. But, yeah, Rand the Brain Trust.
Can I get to lens...
Rand and Perrin and Matt the Brain Trust.
Can I get to lens 3?
Yeah.
lens 3, which is not the lens that I think Brandon Sanderson is taking this from, but having read a shit fucking ton of Malazan in the past 5 years, is a lens that I have to consider this from. Mm-hmm. People prefer not changing from what they currently have. People do not like civil unrest and change. If they find themselves in a new situation, they will often look for the best in it and go, well, could be worse.
Yeah, but is that the writer doing this intentionally?
I don't think it is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But I do think if we want to decontextualize this and deconstruct the text, that is a lens that it is worth examining it from.
Yeah.
And it is also a lens that is realistic to, frankly, being a fucking American and being able to look at the world and the way that you interact with the world and that your society supports you, knowing that it disadvantages an enormous number of other people.
Here's the thing. That's going to depend on how the text handles this.
That's exactly right, and I agree with you. So to take that read on it, we kind of have to take it out of the scope of the book, and I don't necessarily want to spend a lot of time on that, but I do think it is something that is worth discussing.
Here's what's also wild. We have this world in which like women have abilities that men don't have, you know? And the response is, let's either, right, distrust and like shun them, right? And often refuse their help and disrespect them. One. Or enslave them.
Yeah. Now I think
crazy work.
I think the show actually took lens 3 on this problem.
Yes. No, the show effectively.
The show took lens 3 on this problem because in season 2, when Perrin goes to that inn, mm-hmm. to get the I think it's I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Here's what I also don't fuck with. Can I say one more thing?
Can I finish what I was going to say?
I'm just so pissed off about this. I can't even.
The innkeeper he talks to is like, yeah, well, you know, honestly, the White Cloaks are not that much better than the Shanshan. Although I guess the previous innkeeper did leave because his daughter got taken.
Her daughter.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I think it was her granddaughter, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
Season 2. Yeah, season 2.
I fucking hate this. Also, here's the other thing. I don't want to hear a man's opinion on this. at fucking all. At fucking all, because it doesn't affect him, really. I mean, like, theoretically, they'd kill him, so maybe he should think about that, right? Because that's their custom with the powerful men.
Killing men who can channel?
Yes.
Yeah, they kill men who can channel.
That's like the whole fucking thing.
Most places kill men who can channel in some capacity. Honestly, the Westlands treat men who can channel better than
the best.
Most.
They try.
Because the Aiel Waste, they give them a box lunch, point them at the blight, and say, "Have fun."
Again, shout out to Cadzoane for keeping the most gentled men alive.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Shanshan fucking kill him. I'm pretty fucking sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they immediately killed him.
And then there's the Land of the Madmen, where it's just a bunch of men doing magic, blowing each other up.
Well, and then there's also the
Shara.
Yeah, where they like breed them and then kill them.
Yeah, they
because they try to make more magic women.
Yeah, they breed them at a young age and then lock them up and kill them.
Yeah, which is fucked up.
Yeah, gentling, while terrible, is arguably the best solution.
It's arguably the best solution they've come up with. Now, okay, here's the deal. Also, you know what else is fucked up? Rand's ex-girlfriend, who he still cares about very much, was one of their fucking slaves. And he's going around going, I don't know, the people seem happier.
And also 2 of the 3 women he's married to.
He's apparently madly in love with. I'm like, this is the fakest bitch I've ever met.
He's be the considered subhuman.
Rand is the worst friend that's ever fucking lived. Because he's walking around going, I don't know, the people that I love the most, I'm like kind of okay with the fact that in this environment, they'd be enslaved. That is the worst. I'm sorry I'm shouting. That is the worst friend/husband imaginable. I would like to think, Gus, that if you were walking through a place that was like, I don't know, let's enslave blonde women who are loud, you would go, that's fucked up.
I would be like, I don't like this very much.
Yeah, even if, that place was Disneyland, I think it would still be like, you know what? I don't fuck with Disneyland anymore. You'd hope.
Yeah.
I've never eaten at Chick-fil-A. I lie.
The only time
because I'm like, I'm not even curious.
I ate at Chick-fil-A one time when my friend, who was a gender studies basically expert, who is also non-binary and very, very queer, was like, we should get lunch. And I said, where do you want to go? And they said, Chick-fil-A. And I went, really? And they went, I said it's fine.
I'm a better ally than that. Okay? I'm bisexual, and I'm like a real one about the community.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Wait,
no,
hold.
it's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, no, is that not fucked up? Is that not
it's
a
pretty
fucked up
fucked
thing?
up. By the way,
like
can I...
three of the people he loves most, four of the people he loves most in the world
Can I really quick...
would be enslaved here.
Can I really quick caveat my point 3 from earlier?
Yes, of course.
I'm not saying people never resist. I'm saying most people, when presented with a new reality, do not wish to engage in a protracted struggle against it.
Yeah, people are disappointing. What?
Am
I wrong?
No. I just wanted to clarify that. I'm not saying everybody is weak-willed. I'm saying, generally speaking, a lot of the time, people will go, well, not my problem.
Can I share a fucked up story?
If you want to.
Okay. So I was talking to a relative during the Black Lives Matter era, which of course has not ended. But
yeah, you're
when
talking
it was
2020 specifically.
Quite front of mind, yes.
Yeah.
And I was talking to them about like trying to put it into perspective for them. And I was like,
this is a very conservative relative.
A very conservative relative and a close conservative relative. And not close in terms of our relationship, but close in terms of genetics. And I was talking to them and I was like, I don't know. I like to think that if I was killed by the police, you would be in the streets, causing all kinds of,
civil unrest.
And they went, no, I wouldn't. And I was like,
see, that's point 3.
That's a lot of words to say you don't love me. Do you know what I mean?
That's point 3. Point 3 is part of that. It's part of that.
That was such a wild thing to experience. Like you just go, oh, this relative does not love me.
Yeah.
Enough to like, if I died, be upset about it enough to like do something.
To protest.
Isn't that crazy?
It's pretty nuts. But that's part of what point 3 is.
It changed my relationship with that person for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I would think. That's part of what lens 3 is there, is that a lot of people will just go like, well, as long as it doesn't affect me personally, I'm just going to ride this out.
But here's the thing. If Rand were a random sheep farmer, I'd be like, all right, your opinion fucking sucks, dude. But this is the fucking dragon fucking born. This is Jesus. This is as if Jesus, the one who hung out with lepers and prostitutes, that guy who was like flipping tables in churches over moneylenders and shit, was like, you know what though? I'm cool with slavery. What the fuck? No. Well, you're the son of goddamn God.
Let's be pedantic for a moment. He's not cool with slavery, but he is willing to accept slavery in a certain capacity.
Same bullshit.
I know. I'm making a justification here between he's not racist, but he is okay with racism, right? It's that kind of thing.
Rand is literally the embodiment of, I can forgive slavery, but I draw the line at animal cruelty.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like, you can forgive racism.
Yeah.
You can forgive, you won't let women die, but you'll be okay with them being enslaved, which Egwene has said is worse.
Yeah.
What are your values? Your values are insane to me. Your values are insane.
This is also one of my struggles.
Who raised you? Tam, come back. I'm going to beat your ass.
This is also one of my struggles with this chapter and this element of this plot, now that Rand's attempts to make peace with Ashan-Chan have completely failed. But now he's kind of finding himself in a position where he has to go back to the table on the back foot. You remember the prophecies of the dragon?
What about
You remember how the prophecies of the dragon are, he shall break all bonds, he shall unmake all cultures, Every single nation he goes to, he's like, okay, we're done.
Not this one?
Crime is illegal. We're not doing crime anymore.
Well, there you go.
And then they just kind of replace things a bit from the ground up. And so far, with the exception of Kyrian, they're not doing so bad.
It's kind of working.
And
why is he drawing the line here?
This is the weird thing.
At the slavery empire.
Yeah, this is the thing that's really fucking weird to me if we look at Lens 2, and the issue I have with Lens 2, most of the people, again, Kyrian accepted, which was on fire, but which he then initiated a massive
Doused.
refugee effort for.
Yeah.
Most of the people in the countries he's conquered are doing okay.
And here's the thing.
Eridamon obviously is different. He didn't conquer Eridamon.
I find it so weird that he's not like, hey, you would enslave 4 of the people
Not really.
I love most in the world. 4 of them. And I'm just going to be passive about that? I literally would break up with him so fast if I were Egwene or Elaine or whatever the fuck their names are. Avyenda and the other one. Elaine.
Avyenda, Elaine, and Egwene.
I would, the way I would leave him, the way I would have an abortion. Like, no, I wouldn't. I mean, maybe. I don't know. That would be my choice. That would be my fucking choice.
Oh my God.
That would be my fucking choice.
Hold on. You're peeking the microphone,
I
sweetheart.
don't care. I'm so fucking mad at this. This is unacceptable and inexcusable, and I don't want to see a single goddamn fucking Rand defender in my comments for the foreseeable goddamn fucking future. This is unacceptable. This is bullshit. This is the worst friend and husband of all fucking time. Put him in a fucking museum with the fucking plaque that says worst fucking friend ever. Because if my friends were passively okay with me being fucking slaved, I would be like, I'm gonna beat the ever loving, and I'm the least violent person in the world. I would beat the ever loving goddamn fucking shit out of them. And you know what? If I was a friend and had another friend who passively said to me like, hey, I'd be okay with this place that would enslave our other friend, again, I'd beat them even worse. Do you understand how fucking bad this is? This is the worst fucking thing he's done, maybe. This thought.
It's pretty bad.
What the actual fuck? Everything else you could kind of see a justification for. He saw Egwene. He went and rescued her. He saw how fucked up she was.
He was there when she got rescued. He didn't rescue her.
Fine. Okay, I'm remembering it differently. Yeah. But fuck you, Rand. Like, legit fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want to hear about you one more goddamn time. I am so pissed off. Like, I want to throw this book into the fucking ocean. I'm so mad at Rand right now. I've never been angrier at Rand in my life than reading that chapter.
Yeah.
That was such shit.
Yeah.
He's the worst friend in the world. He's the worst friend that exists. I don't want to hear shit upon shit about his mental health. Do you know how fucking suicidal I've been? And still I knew that slavery was wrong.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, you want to step through this chapter a little bit and then we can talk about Lens 2?
No, I don't want to step through this chapter, but we will.
Chapter 49, Just Another Man. It's the Leaf logo. Rand walk, stump shoved up his ass, shoved in the pocket of his coat. I'm glad you have
no hand. Oh, God. He's a fucking idiot.
Head down, carrying the access key securely.
You deserve it.
Why did he come here, by the way? What was his original intention in coming to Abu Dar?
No offense intended to anyone who is missing a hand.
Oh, of course.
Obviously. But this fucking dude deserves everything that's coming to him at this point.
Why did Rand
Fuck this guy.
Wait, Allie, why did Rand...
With a chainsaw.
Allie, why did Rand come to Abu Dar in the first place? What was he going to do?
I don't know, to piss me off. Apparently.
So he nearly killed Tam, and then he gatewayed to Abu Dar.
Because he's also a bad son. Let's add that one.
Right. So he nearly killed Tam, and then he gatewayed to Abu Dar with the Choyden Call for what purpose?
I don't fucking remember. Okay, no, here's the other. I'm too mad. To like blow up the Shan Chan.
Yeah, he was essentially going to nuke their central command. He was going to balefire the Terrasan Palace.
And then he was like, the trains run on time, so I guess I'm not going to.
Yeah, the people are nice to him. The commoners are nice to him.
I'm going to roll. My eyes are going to roll out of my fucking
Hold
head.
on, let's step through this.
Wait.
Yes?
Wait, I'm sorry. You don't have to kill the commoners. Just get rid of the central power that's causing there to be slavery. Or show up and go, hey, I have a nuke. I will use it right now. Unless you stop enslaving people.
There's another series of books, which I will not name because of spoilers. And towards the end of those books, there are some people on the good guy team. It's an existential threat. it's a world ender threat. And there are some people on the good guy team, and they have a couple of kids who have been kind of infiltrated by this world ender threat, and they're doing experiments on the kids, which harm the kids, but the kids seem okay with it. And this other guy comes in, and he says, hey, you're getting a lot of data from those kids, right? And they're like, yeah, like this, it's kind of fucked up that we have to do this. But this is like the thing that is giving us the capacity to fight the world ender threat. If we don't keep on vaguely torture killing these children, we're not going to be able to destroy the world ender threat. And the guy who just came in and went, that's cool. You're stopping now. And they go, no, you don't understand. Like, the existence might be erased if we don't keep on experimenting on these kids. And he goes, yeah, I know. You're stopping now.
Yes.
You're not experimenting on the kids anymore.
Because why do we want to live in a world where we're cool with fucking torturing kids?
Yeah.
What? Like just sit with it for a minute and realize you sound like a goddamn supervillain. The ends do not justify the means here. Like what the fuck? We can have a really great society. Rand is from the Two Rivers. They have a great society. And you know what they don't have? Slaves. We can have a great society where commoners are happy and nice to people and there's no slaves. Like, it's not that hard. Randall? God, he really is Rand Paul.
So Rand's walking around Abu Dar.
Rand's walking around with his thumb up his fucking ass.
His thumb up his ass, and
he's the worst man in the world.
And it immediately starts off bad. Ready? He had reddish gold hair, maybe suggesting Samael blood, but a lot of strange people had fled to the city recently to seek Shan-Chan protection. What was one more? As long as a person wasn't able to channel he or she could find stability here. Safety. That bothered him. They were his enemies. They were conquerors. He felt their lands shouldn't be peaceful. They should be terrible, full of suffering because of the tyrannical rule. But it wasn't like that. At all.
So?
Also, is it not like that?
It is like that.
Yeah, man.
They literally, anyone who resisted, they killed.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What a dickhead. What an absolute goddamn dickhead.
This is such a fucking dumb read. I'm sorry.
Like,
this is such a stupid fucking read from Rand.
Like, this book is not doing like yes, there are some people that are like, I'm gonna get along to get along. Like, I don't care if like other people are fucked with, as long as I get my bread and I get my cheese. Like, I don't give a shit. And that sucks from them. That sucks from them. Like, honestly, that's a shitty way of being. Like, we should really want to have an equitable society because a rising tide lifts all goddamn boats and there are unlimited slices of the pie. If we can imagine a world in which there are unlimited slices of the pie, like, it is obscene that there's as much money as there is in the world and people don't have fucking universal health care.
A world where 19 people have half the pie?
Yeah. If we could just imagine a way in which we could, I don't know, redistribute some fucking wealth. God, I fucking hurt.
Oh, this is great.
I hate this chapter. This is my least favorite chapter, other than the Thailand shit. This is because there's no
all right,
fucking...
it gets worse. Hold on. Not unless you could channel. What the Shan-Chan did with that group of people was horrifying. Not all was well beneath this happy surface, and yet... it was shocking to realize how well they treated others.
It is like talking to my relatives at fucking Thanksgiving, where they're like, oh, yeah, it's awful, but not all cops are bad. You're like, I'm going to fucking scream.
They're only deporting the bad immigrants.
And you're like, no, you fucking lunatics. God damn it. Go outside. Learn some fucking human empathy.
That's not a one-to-one here
assholes.
Because Rand is like, it's really fucked up that they're doing this. But even so, he's like, yeah, but the economy's great.
Yeah,
is basically what he's saying.
It's like talking to my relatives at Thanksgiving. I once had a relative who grew up in a very wealthy environment and is going to be very wealthy. Like, that will just be. Say to me, I don't understand what my responsibility is toward homeless people. Like, why should they get what I've earned?
Hey, by the way, donate to a food bank if you can.
Please.
Considering all the fucked up shit that's going to happen to a lot of places tomorrow.
I need people to care. Like, care.
Yeah.
A little fucking bit about the fact that there's a lot of human suffering in the world. And listen.
Rand doesn't.
A lot of people do care.
He's just focusing on everything else.
No. This is a fundamental lack of care. I'm so sorry.
Pretty bad.
I'm so sorry. Like, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Because if he did care, if he really cared, there would be no like, but, the people seem happy. No, there would be none of that. No, there would be none of that.
Why? He specifically focuses extensively on the Tinkers. The Tinkers are all flocking to Shan-Chan-held territory, and they're all like caravanning into the cities and settling around Shan-Chan cities and talking to them. He's talking to them about it, and he's getting more detail from them and kind of figuring out what's going on. Why are the Shan-Chan doing this?
I don't know.
Sorry, not the Shan-Chan. Why are the Tinkers doing this?
Because they feel safer.
Because it's a fucking police state.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, there's not going to be any, roving bandits in the police state. And, of course, the Shan-Chan are not going to have the prejudices against your people that the Westlands have because they have enough prejudices against other people. But I'm like, Rand, this does not indicate that the Shan-Chan are like a benevolent or supportive or good people, bro.
Well, this is my thing about like when people shit on Chicago or LA or whatever, or like a major city.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, well, yeah, there's a fucking lot of people here. So yeah, there's a little more crime.
It's a
obviously.
City. That's how cities
But I would
work.
take that a million fucking times and living in the middle of fucking nowhere with no abortion rights and your kids can't fucking read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Yeah, I can live in a big fucking house, but my kids can't fucking read. And I have no access to healthcare. What do you mean?
Now that you've started going to the gym 4 times a week, I was mentioning earlier, you have a lot more energy. And I like how that's translating into you on the podcast lately.
I'm so
It's been really
over
great.
It. I'm
is
so
really nice.
over it. Like, over people's bullshit. Like, I love people. Don't get me wrong. There is no one who loves people more than me. I love people. You see, I make friends every goddamn place I go. I love talking to people, but I am so tired. Like, I have so much goddamn empathy for literally every person that goddamn exists. Everyone, even the shitty ones. I'm like, they might have had a bad childhood.
What
like,
about
I literally...
Rand?
I do have empathy for Rand. I do have empathy for Rand. I think this is the worst fucking chapter he's ever been in. But I'm sure like 3 chapters from now, I'm going to be like, I've never said a bad thing about this man.
Well, next week when we talk about Veins of Gold.
When you love someone, and this is the point, when you love someone, you want them to be their best self and you will hold them goddamn fucking accountable when they're not. And that's what I'm doing right now. He's not being a good friend. He's not being a good, like, boyfriend. He's not being a good leader. He's not being a good fucking anything. And, for people in a broad sense, I'm like, learn some goddamn fucking empathy. Have a goddamn ego death. Good, absolute God. It's the reason why we have the problems that we do is the inability to empathize with one another, the inability to forgive one another, and the inability to see past your own fucking ass.
We're going to take an ad break. We'll be right back. So, Allie, question for you. You're discussing empathy and the need to sympathize and empathize with others and feel for other people. One could argue that this chapter is Rand developing empathy for the citizens of the Shan-Chan Empire.
No. Next.
Why?
Because his empathy excludes empathy for the people they're enslaving. Like, there is hot nuance to be had in a lot of issues, right? Of course, right? Because a lot of the time in these bigger issues, it's really the civilians on every side that are getting fucked.
Right.
But he's not sitting there going, like, man, everyone's getting fucked. He's sitting there going, well, I'm trying to think of an example where he's sitting there going, it's not like, oh, I'm really upset that the civilians who didn't do anything wrong are going to get fucked by this, which, by the way, he has not shown empathy for anyone else's civilians in a while.
Not a lot. I mean, he did all the refugee stuff.
Dubs.
He tried really hard in Era Daman, and that really fucked him up. The fact that all the food that he opened was spoiled, and he just had to abandon them. That's pretty fresh on his conscience.
Yeah. No, and listen. That sucks. And, like, I would like for him to, maybe do a more targeted approach on who he's fucking with. Of course. Like, of course these people didn't ask for the police state to be there. They're just trying to thrive as best they can. You know? They don't have a lot of power here. But the way that he is going about it mentally is not that. It's, you know, the slavery sucks, but like, wow.
That's the thing.
What an infrastructure.
That's the thing. It's literally, but the trains run on time.
Yeah, it is not like, oh, wow, like I'm experiencing this like understanding that we all share a consciousness as human beings and like all of us are valuable to a larger system and like, you know, we need to really come together as a species and like show each other empathy and understand. No, there's none of that shit. It's like A or B. He's like, I can have empathy for these people or these people. And it's like, that's not how that works. Like, you can have empathy for the fact that like, you can have empathy for both sides of a situation insofar as you can have empathy for the victims of both sides of a situation.
Yeah.
And that is an important nuance without then going, hey, I don't actually give a shit about the innocent people on one side of this coin. Because the other side of the coin, I'm like, now I empathize with them. Like, and empathy is a finite resource. That's not how that works.
He walked along the packed streets of the muggy city still in something of a daze. Last night he had traded his fine black coat to a tinker for a common brown cloak, ragged on the bottom, and
Also,
stitched in places.
With the magic nuke, we didn't even try to make some food.
I don't think you can just make food. You can encourage plants to grow. You can't just spontaneously generate food.
Have we tried?
Yes.
Okay, have we tried to encourage the plants to grow really, really fast?
Have
Have we tried to unspoil the food?
You know what? Actually, because in the White Tower, they're growing roses. So it is kind of weird.
Why did he take the nuke and instead of nuking everyone and doing all the balefire shit? This is why, okay.
He does have not anymore. He could have had the Ashaman. You know, I just feel like
grab all the Ashaman, have them make the plants grow faster.
Because the Aes Sedai know how to encourage plant growth.
Yeah, and they're bonded to Aes Sedai now.
Why aren't they encouraging food? I don't know.
And he's got a magic nuke that could make it happen.
I'm sure he doesn't know the weave is part of it.
It's kind of like Thanos resorting very quickly to snapping people instead of maybe, I don't know, making more resources. Yeah. It's like men and their solutions. No, I'm just, there are lots of really great men with really great solutions out there. But I'm like, sometimes I think one woman, running the plan by one woman would have, you know.
Not a tinker cloak, just one that a tinker had sewn up for a man who'd never returned to claim it. It made him stand out less, even if it did require him to carry the access key looped to his belt, rather than his deep pocket. The tinker also gave him a walking staff, which Rand used as he walked, slouching slightly. Height made him memorable. He wanted to be invisible to these people. You remember Book fucking 1? Remember the visions in Book fucking 1?
Yeah, is this the beggar cloak
Rand
thing?
in a beggar's cloak with a walking stick? Is this.
Sure.
This.
Rand learning empathy wrong.
Yeah, so this is something in some either Robert was explicitly thinking about this scene in Book 1, or
where
Brandon
Rand was a slave apologist
was doing this, whatever this was, however he would have written it. I don't know if he wrote this chapter or not. Or Brandon saw that Robert had not written a conclusion to that vision and went, fuck it.
Fuck it.
I do not know which of those things happened.
And we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Unless we ask him.
Unless we ask Brandon. I'm not asking Brandon anything. I don't trust myself. Anyway, the last time I tried to ask Brandon Sanderson a question, I garbled it horribly. And I asked something stupid.
No.
Yeah. I asked him a Mistborn question, and I said faring instead of misting, which made the question completely irrelevant. Doesn't mean anything to you. I'm sorry. None of this matters. I asked if a character was a Duralumin faring, or misting, and I should have asked faring. Doesn't matter.
Those
We're moving
a lot
on.
Of words.
Yeah.
But yeah. No. This was ass.
He had nearly killed his father. He hadn't been forced to.
And yet this is the worst thing you've ever
by
done.
Semirog or by Luz Theron's influence. No excuses, no argument. He, Rand al'Thor, had tried to kill his own father. Rand's rage was gone, replaced by loathing. He'd wanted to make himself hard. He'd needed to be hard. But this was where hardness had brought him. So he is learning something. Unfortunately,
Learn faster.
Yeah, Lews Theron had been able to claim madness for his atrocities. Rand had nothing. So he's in Abu Dar, and remember a minute ago where Rand was like, wow, this place is so great?
Yeah.
He often passed men fighting with fists or knives, and nobody making any effort to break them apart.
What?
So there's knife fights in the streets still.
What?
Because it's Abu Dar.
Then what is good about this?
The Tinkers, Allie.
What?
The Tinkers.
What?
The Tinkers.
Rand, you're a goddamn menace. He's gonna give me
Oh my god! He ignored them all. Instead, he thought on the Tinkers. Tinkers were safe here, but Rand's own father wasn't safe in his empire. Rand's friends feared him. He had seen it in Nynaeve's eyes. The people here weren't afraid. Seanchan officers moved through the crowds wearing those insect-like helms. The people made way for them, but out of respect.
Do we know that?
When Rand heard commoners speaking, they were glad for the stability. Okay, that's Lens 3. That's Lens 3.
Yeah, sure.
They actually praised the Seanchan for conquering them. That is Lens 3.
Bootlickers? Fucking bootlickers? Jesus. I have no respect for that.
If you commented earlier, actually they do discuss Lens 3 before you listen to the entire episode, you owe me
$1,000.
$1,000. Yeah, so you know why the people may not be some of the people are not afraid? They killed all the people who resisted.
Yeah. They have no choice.
They are smears of ash.
Yeah, what are they going to do in the streets? Talk shit about them? This is North Korea.
There was a fucking underground railroad in this city 3 books ago.
Rand would literally go to North Korea and be like, wow, the people are so free. Because they talk about how free they are.
Actually, he kind of would.
Yes, that's literally what's happening.
Oh, this is a horrible look on our boy.
That's why I'm like, this might be the worst chapter for Rand
on our
in
boy
the books
that has ever happened.
Because everything else was justifiable. This is him going to North Korea and going, they have some valid points.
Oh my god.
This is him going to Russia and not seeing a problem because the people talk well about Putin. Of course they talk well about Putin. If they don't, they get shot in the head.
This did not seem like an oppressed people. There was no undercurrent of resentment. The Seanchan
There was no undercurrent of resentment because the people who have any undercurrent of resentment get fucking killed.
The Seanchan had a much better hold on Abu Dar than Rand had on Bandar Aben, and the people here were happy.
Because the people in Bandar Aben have freedom.
Even prosperous, Allie. The stock market is doing well.
The children can't read.
Of course,
the children can't read. They have the worst education system in the country.
Altara as a kingdom had never been very strong.
Yeah, people smile at you when you walk by and say, hi, how's your day? But then their kids can't they don't have fluoride in the water. What the fuck is happening?
He didn't want to confront what he'd nearly done back in the stone. He didn't want to confront what he had done. Rand couldn't focus on that. He'd not come to Abu Dar to gawk like a farm boy. He'd come to destroy his enemies. They defied him. They needed to be eliminated for the good of all nations. But if he drew that much power through the access key, what damage would he cause? How many lives would he end? You've never given a fuck about this before.
You've never given a fuck. You blew up an entire fortress of people, probably thousands of people, just like you just were like, well, Grendel's in there. And I was like, well, maybe we could have found a different way to go about that.
You remember also
perhaps we could have run that by some people first.
When he rained lightning down on his own troops?
Yeah. When he meat grindered everyone. I remember that. I remember that shit. What do you mean? What do you mean now?
Why are we drawing the line now? I guess I know it's because Tam. I know that's the answer. But
at the same time, this is bullshit. I don't want to hear a man's opinion about women's enslavement. I'm sorry, I don't. Not in 2025. Not ever.
It was time to attack. Time to burn the Seanchan off the land. God, I'm sorry, man. It's just like you read book 2, and then you read this. Like, read book 2, and then read this. And just put them next to each other. And be like, what the fuck happened? I know crazy. It's complicated, it's nuanced, whatever, but I'm like, but is it? Because again, I've spent a lot of time with the leader of the Seanchan Empire. I fucking hate her. I've spent a lot of time with Seanchan generals and nobility. I fucking hate them.
They suck.
They're all weird fucking conniving douchebag assholes. Yes, I've said I like Furyk Creed. Yes, I've said I like Ty Lee, whatever.
Whatever. Don't throw our words at us.
But, like, by and large, I don't know, man. I just don't know how we got here. I don't like this chapter very much. I may have made that apparent already. If you do... What? All right. I'm kidding. Or am I? You'll never know. The dog's having a dream, though. That's nice.
I'm just so over this dude.
Time to burn the Shanchan off the land. He set aside his staff and took the key
Time to burn
off
you
its
off
strap
of my
at his
fucking
belt.
light. Oh my god.
Could not force himself to unwrap it from its linen shroud. It felt so odd to be just another foreigner. The dragon reborn walked among this people, and they did not know him. The last battle was secondary to whether or not they could get their chickens to market, or whether their son would recover from his cough, or whether they would be able to afford that new silk vest they had been wanting. So Rand has developed empathy for the common folk, suddenly. Despite the fact that it was literally his driving motivation for several books. Yes, I know he got hard, he lost everything. But, like, I just don't understand why we had to develop empathy for the common folk with the Shanchan.
We didn't. We literally didn't. End of chapter.
Yeah.
End the chapter.
So, Luce Theron is like, yeah, blow him up. Get him. And Rand is like, wow, he doesn't even sound crazy. So he goes to the Terrasan Palace, I think is the name of this one, and Tuon's probably in there, and he whips it out, and he decides he's going to blow up the palace, and then he's going to surgically strike the ships in the harbor, and then rain some general fire on the city just to freak everybody out, and then teleport to the garrisons and destroy those. And then he's going to blow up the food stores, and then he's going to blow up the soldiers. So this is his plan.
You know... This is crap. This is just crap.
Would it have been better if he'd followed through on his plan?
I mean, no, because the common people would be fucked. But, like, I don't want... I mean, he could just blow up the, shitheads. Why not? Just blow up the leaders.
Listen, man, I've been arguing for surgical gateway strikes for like 5 books.
Why not snipe them? We literally could balefire sniper people. Why not? We haven't tried it. And
now,
I think these people might deserve it.
The thing that is fucked up is then he goes, then I'll just pop from city to city and wipe everybody out. I might get some collateral, but I'll kill most of the Shanchan too. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, Rand's
I acknowledge that's pretty fucked
up. Rand's fucked up.
That's pretty fucked up. I'm not arguing for that to be the outcome here.
Snipe people.
Yeah, but I'm also just like, why did we have to do all of this, Rand?
Or, I don't know, siege. Or, I don't know, just...
Well, more people die in a siege.
Well, I don't know. Just fucking figure out a way to stop it. I don't know. But listen, we can have empathy for the common people, but also be like, hey, but I'm sorry, in the utopia to come, there is no slavery.
Yeah, I think we
got to figure out how to fucking stop that.
I think the answer
if we want
here...
to do peace accords and figure that shit out and be like, hey, the conditions are no slavery, and then I won't nuke you. We fail to notice that we have a nuke that we could use at any time. You could be like, hi, I have a nuke. I won't use it if you free your slaves. If they want to work for you, fine. But they got to have a salary and shit.
This is also part of why I fucking hate Tuon so much.
You got to stop taking people's teenagers away from them.
Part of the reason I fucking hate Tuon so much is that Tuon is also the reason why that can't happen.
Yeah, so I go to Tuon and be like, hi, best friend's wife, stop fucking around. Yeah. She literally has the power to change that. Go meet with her and be like, don't be a fucking idiot.
Like, here's the thing about this chapter. Is Rand developing empathy a good thing? Yes.
Yes, of course.
Is his approach of going, well, actually, Shanchan people are more or less okay. Is that good? I don't like it.
No, I don't like it at all.
Should he go through with his original plan? No, of course the fuck not.
No, because Rand's plans are ass.
Pretty bad.
Usually they're ass. He just goes, I'll blow it up. That's what he does every time. That's his only fucking play. Have we noticed? I'll blow it up. He blows it up every time. He's like fucking Seamus Finnegan from Harry Potter, Trans Lives Matter.
He does blow a lot of stuff up. Or I'm just going to go directly to my objective, which has worked for him so far.
I don't like this chapter.
No.
But that's okay.
I would like it more.
Because it led to one of my most epic rants of all time.
I would like it more if the Shanchan weren't just fucking unequivocally garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a garbage society. And it's wild to me that Rand doesn't see that. That Rand would literally walk into North Korea and be like, I don't know, they seem happy. Jesus. Well, of course they seem happy. They have to or they die.
And yes, compared to the people in Bandar Aben, sure, they're
Maybe.
happier than they are.
Well, at least the people in Bandar Aben have fucking freedom.
Well, they're all starving to death.
Yeah. I don't know which is worse, not having freedom or starving. That's a shitty choice to have to make, that the Tinkers are having to make.
Yeah.
That's what the Tinkers are doing. They have to make a decision between no freedom and starving to death.
No, they can still leave. The
Yeah.
Shanshan let people come and go.
Yeah, but out in the world, it's starvation and other bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Rand has to fix the rest of the world, and then I bet your bottom fucking dollar, everyone would leave the Shanshan place. I bet you $1 million. You know what? Here's how we destabilize the Shanshan. Make the rest of the world fucking good to live in. All of a sudden, no one wants to live there anymore. Property values go down. It becomes Detroit in the 80s.
Detroit's got a lot of fun places in it nowadays.
I said the 80s. When all the automobile industry pulled out. You see, you just make the rest of the world more appealing.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Detroit happened to Detroit. But you know what I mean.
Yes.
You just create a vacuum. They'll collapse pretty fast.
Yeah. So, my thing about this is...
I've solved it. All right, bye.
The message of Rand develops empathy is not bad. The problem I have with this chapter is that a massive takeaway is the Shanshan aren't that bad. But I'll keep talking. I'll keep moving. We'll keep rolling.
Fine.
So he makes this whole plan to fucking walk around and nuke everybody, and then he seizes Saidin and gets so nauseous that he falls over. And a bunch of people come up to him and they're like, "Oh, are you okay?" And he's like, "Well, I can't do it. A Shanshan patrol was approaching. Now was the time. He had to strike, but he could not. The people looked so concerned, so worried. They cared." Screaming in frustration, Rand made a gateway. And then he skims away. And he's like, "Damn, I'm a little weenie Hut Junior boy," which is not actually the problem. You just really need to go to therapy, or I guess sit on a mountain for 10 minutes. That'll do it. And where does he go, Al? Oh, here we go. Hold on. This is a good little thing here. Ready?
Yeah.
Rand was necessary destruction. Why had the pattern pushed him so hard if he didn't need to destroy? Originally, he'd tried to avoid killing, but there'd been little chance of that working. Then, he'd made himself avoid killing women. That had proven impossible. He was destruction. He just had to accept that. Someone had to be hard enough to do what was necessary, didn't they? And,
You don't have to make these decisions all by your fucking self. You have all these people who want to help you.
And he realized he's skimmed to the place where he rained fire down on his own troops.
Oh, it's a bad moment for you.
And then he makes a gateway to where?
A mountain.
The top of Dragon Mount.
And that is the end?
He stood on the very point of Dragon Mount, the lone peak that had erupted where Luz Theron had... What is that sound?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm playing it with the dog
Oh, that's
toy.
you. Okay.
It's my foot on the dog toy.
The lone peak that had erupted where Luz Theron had killed himself 3,000 years before. To one side, you could see down hundreds of feet to where the side of the mountain opened into a blasted-out chasm. Blah, 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 blah. Rand sat down, the snow crunching beneath his weight. He set the access key into the bank before him and wove air and fire to keep himself warm. Then he rested his elbows on his knees and his head on his hand, staring at the diminutive statue of the man with the globe, to think. I kind of feel like we could have gone straight from "I'm about to balefire my dad" to here.
I'm with you.
I don't know, man.
If I balefire my dad, I'd want to go sit on a mountain.
I just feel like we could have just come here. Because he seems to be...
I'm really excited to talk about that chapter.
That chapter is
a
fucking
very
banger.
Vastly different feeling that I have toward that chapter than this one.
That chapter is a ton of fun to talk
This
about.
one, I'm annoyed,
Yeah.
to put it mildly.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you'd like to rant?
No. I think I got it all out.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We have social media if you want to know what we've got going on. It's linked down below. We also have a Patreon if you want to support us that way. It's patreon.com/wheeltakes. And you can always leave us a rating and a review. That helps. Other than that, anything else, Sally?
Fuck this chapter, dude.
Fuck the Shanshan. Thanks for listening, everyone. Bye.
Bye.